So let's take a look at ARM templates. And before we jump into it, let's just make sure we're familiar with infrastructure as code, because that's what ARM templates are all about. And this is the process of managing and provisioning computer-centered data centers, such as Azure, through machine-readable definition files, such as a JSON file, and in this case, an ARM template, because that's all it is, a JSON file. And rather than physical hardware configuration or interactive configuration tools. And just to simplify that even further, basically you're writing a script that's going to set up your cloud services for you. And with IACs, they usually come in two different flavors. We have declarative. That's where exactly what you write is what you get. And imperative. So you're going to generally define what you want, and then the service will guess what you want. It's going to fill in the blanks to save you a lot of time writing those scripts. And so ARM templates are JSON files that define Azure resources that you want to provision and Azure services that you want to configure. And with ARM templates, they are going to be declarative, so you get exactly what you define. They're going to stand up, tear down, or share entire architectures in minutes, and they're going to reduce configuration mistakes. And you know exactly what you have defined for a stack to establish an architectural baseline for compliance. So you definitely want to use ARM templates or IAC whenever you can, and try to avoid using the console unless you're doing development or test workloads. But let's just run through the big list of what you can do with an ARM template. I know this is a big boring list, but let's just get through it as quickly as possible, just so we know what we can do with ARM templates. So with ARM templates, they're declarative. So what you see is what you get. You can stand up, tear down, share entire environments in minutes. You can reduce configuration mistakes. You can establish an architectural baseline for compliance. They're modular, so you can break up your architecture in multiple files and reuse them. They're extendable, so you can add PowerShell and Bash scripts to your templates. It has testing, so you can use the ARM TTK to test, make sure exactly what you've deployed is what you wanted. You have preview changes, so before you create infrastructure via templates, you see what it will create. Built-in validation, so it will only deploy your template if it passes. Track deployments, keep track of changes to your architecture over time. Policy as code, so apply Azure policies to ensure you remain compliant. And then you have Microsoft Blueprints, which we did cover here, which establishes relationships between resources and templates. So it's just one step further, where ARM templates don't have any relationship with the resources, where Blueprints is like a better version of ARM templates. And then you have CI/CD integration, exportable code, so exporting the current state of the resource groups and resources. Authoring tools, I believe, is the last on our list here. So you can use Visual Studio Code that has advanced features for authoring ARM templates. Makes it a lot easier to write them. So there you go.